Can't hear you.
Damn it!
Damn it!
Wait, you want our
How come
faces
this?
that close to what?
Why is there an
Why is
echo?
there an echo?
Because it's always you, David. It is always you, fam.
Hold on. No, that's on your side.
I'm echoing.
Yeah, that was you. I was like, yo, that can't be me.
I'm not echoing.
Anyway, let's switch it around.
No, I
Hello,
like the other side
everybody.
better now.
What are you doing? Are we switching back and forth? What are we doing here?
No, I like this side better now.
Since when?
Well, then switch it to the other side if you like the other side better. I mean, if I'm primary, then that's better. That means I rule.
You know, by the way, welcome to the nightly news where something about crypto and the politics and you get lost and you think about things in your head, right? Is
Oh
that
my goodness. Let's do it the right way. Let's start over, David. Good evening, everyone. I am Leslie Mota, and this is David Gokhshtein. Welcome to the nightly recap powered by Gokhshtein News Network, your trusted source for politics, crypto, and everything in between that makes you question reality and my freaking sanity dealing with David.
listen, I've taken obviously not just a break, but doing some work behind the scenes. And today I pop up on X, and thank you for the welcome backs. I know you guys miss me, handsome, handsome guy. Like you don't have handsome people on this application. So here I come back on this app, and I see Thirst Trap Leslie. That's right, Thirst Trap Leslie putting out her cleavage all over the place on the timeline. Now, is she frozen, or is that her? Is that just your face? Are you frozen? Think she's frozen? I think she's frozen. I think she's frozen. I hope she heard me. Hold on, let's see. She's coming back. Hello, thirst trap
Um,
Leslie. So I come back to the timeline and I see that you're thirst trapping all over the place, showing your cleavage off to everybody. I'm
how the
going to
hell was
have
I?
to report this to HR.
How the hell was I thirst trapping David when
Thirst
it's
trap.
when it's an anime image? Like it's not even me.
I'm just saying, I'm giving you a yellow card for thirst trapping.
It's not my fault y'all freaking men are horny dogs that even get hot and bothered over an anime image.
The amount of horny men that I've seen today in her good morning posts, I can tell that these men have never touched any other boob besides their mom's. Bow! I'm back, baby! Hi.
David, I haven't seen you in a week. I haven't actually we haven't done a live together like in almost 2 weeks. You look
And I
like
missed
you're
you.
disappearing.
And I missed you so much, Leslie.
The sarcasm is real, bro.
Anyway, well, we got news to report on, right?
Do we?
Do we?
Absolutely. David, do you have the script or you
Let's
don't?
go right to the news, shall
Oh my
we?
god.
Man, I look sexy. Like if I pose like this, hold on, let me show the tattoo a little bit. Okay, never mind. Randy Orton. I hear voices in
Oh
my
my
head.
god.
They talk to me. I'm sorry. I'm just. Okay, let's get to the news, shall we?
This is the part that I didn't miss.
You missed me.
Yeah. In
By
your
the way, we look
dreams.
really sexy on all the live streams. I just got to say, we look really sexy. Are you okay? Why you? Is that blush or are you blushing? Which one is it?
No, it's blush because you're delusional. Like
Okay.
you're freaking insane. Like now I remember. Okay, I was like very peaceful the last few weeks that I didn't do a live. Now here we are.
Listen, Leslie. Leslie, let's talk about it. You miss me.
David, I talk to your ass every day. Well, not to your ass, but I talk to you every day.
Whoa, what are we thinking about today?
Not your ass.
Are you talking about my ass?
What
You
ass?
fucking with my ass crack.
What you do with that ass? Oh, what that
That
ass
ass
do,
too.
David?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No Diddy, no baby oil. All right.
No Diddy. Guys, no, I'm not.
Yeah, look at that. Okay.
Hey, yo.
To everyone who said
Pause.
Ethereum was dead, I hope you haven't looked at the charts. Don't try to switch sides now because the tide is turning. I am the ETH god in the flesh, and my wrath is coming. That was the
What,
opening.
what is coming?
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Oh, sorry. Did I get
Dude,
censored?
if I had you in front of me right now, I would literally throat punch you.
Okay. What debt? Treasury Secretary says U.S. is never going to default on its $36 trillion debt. what What do you think of what the Treasury Secretary went ahead and said today?
You know what? At this point, I don't even know what to believe anymore. I think some people sometimes they're full of shit, bullshit.
Do you before we move on, do you like what the administration is doing currently at the moment?
In regards to what aspect?
I guess going back and forth on these tariffs and no, let's stick to the tariffs and then we can move into another area within the administration. But obviously, I'm a MAGA guy, but I also can control. Listen, I don't have to be biased. I can critique where it's necessary. But do you like this whole back and forth with the tariff situation?
I I understand why he's doing it, the going back and forth, but it's like if you really take the time to dig in, especially with small businesses, etc., certain companies like that, it's affecting them. It's affecting them, and I know everybody is saying, okay, well, this is good for the economy. It's long term, etc. But right now, it's hurting those businesses. It really is the small businesses. And if you're not in the front lines doing research, talking to these small businesses, then you wouldn't know. We
You
just
know,
kind of see
I just feel like we
the
need short-term
surface.
pain, but I also understand that there are people hurting, no doubt about it. I'm not going to deny it. There are people hurting because they get a lot of their products from China, especially small businesses. They go to China. I think this is a problem that we caused ourselves, the United States government, regardless of Democrat, Republican, whoever was in office. We never fixed this. We never had the balls to fix it, and we're in a situation where China rules us because basically all major products are created in China because of cheap
Yeah,
labor.
but we, as the government previous to Trump, they put us there. This is doing of America. This is doing of the US and previous administrations that were here. So we can't all of a sudden be like, oh my God, China own us. No, how many freaking deals did previous administration get into? It's like it's our fault.
But I agree with that. I don't disagree there. I'm just saying that at some point we have to cut the cord and come to come to the table with China and create an agreement that is fair for us and for them.
Right,
Like
but why don't you prepare yourself for that prior to just, going into and trying to change something right away and then impacting your people?
I don't think there's I think Trump or whoever would have came into office, if it would have been obviously Kamala Harris, either or would have been in a tough situation because you're left with for the last 4 years we've really fucked up the economy. Like I mean, everybody, no Republican is safe from that criticism either. Everybody had participation in fucking up the economy for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So somebody has to come in here and like rectify the situation, and there is going to be pain there. It's kind of like getting an operation, right? Even though the operation's successful, you have the healing process, right? The first day, second day out of the operating room, you're hurting. That's what I think we're coming out of the hurting stage, but I understand. I
We're
totally
not even close to coming out of the
I
hurting
think we are.
stage. Like,
I think
I think right now we're in prep to go into the freaking emergency room.
I
That's
think
where we
we're out of the
are.
emergency room. Okay, I think we are out of the emergency room.
I don't even think we're out of the emergency room. I think
I
it's like,
think we
okay,
are out of
we
the.
went to an operation. It was not
Hey,
successful. We got to
stop
go in
tolerating, okay?
again. I don't
I
even
think we're
think
out
we're
of the
even near
emergency
the
room.
freaking operation. I think we need another damn freaking surgery at this point.
Hey, Rods, shut your mouth and you sit there in the chat like a good little boy, okay? You sit there, you get your bottle of milk from your grandmother and you suck on that little nozzle and you watch as the greatest performers perform live for you,
Oh
okay?
my gosh, David, who even cares if they're putting negativity? It's like the
I'm back.
negativity
Hey,
gets
I'm
us
back to slap
freaking
motherfuckers.
viewerships. Who cares?
I'm,
Ooh, I got somebody special for us today.
I'm getting naked with who? What happened?
You're not getting naked with anybody. Like,
Oh, okay.
calm your
Sorry.
body.
I mean, sorry.
Calm your horses.
Who's the special guest?
Why are you smiling so big? We have a special guest with us today. Stop smiling so big, David. So let me go ahead and bring our guest on today. Julie Kenneth
Hello. I survived Vegas.
from G Media. So
I survived.
she survived Vegas. She's back. She has a little bit of time to come and wrap up Bitcoin. And I've been getting tagged, posts. Julie doing amazing, doing great. So we wanted her to come on and tell us how was Vegas, Bitcoin highlights, anything. And if people ask for David, let's not tell them that they did ask
Oh
for
my
David.
gosh. Oh yes, yes. They always ask for David. As soon as they hear Gokhshtein Media, they're like, "Is David here? Is David here? Where is he?" I'm like, "No, he's not
Julie,
here
most
today."
important question right off the bat. How many horny men were there trying to, get with you? What's the story there?
The total count was 35,000, David.
Oh,
35,000.
Horny men trying to get with Julie Kenneth. Ladies and gentlemen, we are breaking news on GNN on the nightly recap. Let's go.
Yeah, it was amazing. Oh my gosh. Easy. I appreciate the applause. Yeah, it was electric. You know, the Bitcoin conference by far is my favorite. I think I've said that before, but Bitcoin conference, it just pulls a different caliber of people. It pulls more of the heavy hitters. Just I'm always impressed by how far people come for the Bitcoin conference. And I usually don't get like super nervous interviewing people, but I think you guys saw I interviewed the CEO of Metaplanet, which is like the Japanese Michael Saylor. And so I was super nervous with that one though, but he was super kind. I was trying to get out of him how his buying strategy has changed since legislation has been introduced and things are happening here within the United States and in other countries looking to purchase. He kind of danced around it though and just said that, you know, they're looking to buy pretty much as they can, and that they see that there's a lot more interest in the market. And so yeah, even though people have been a little bearish on the timeline, like it was bullish all week long at Bitcoin conference. So it was fantastic. I walked a ton. My feet are killing me. And then I did do the Creators on Chain panel, which was amazing, Leslie. Thank you for letting me go do that in your place. Everybody missed you. And wow, Sean Kelly is huge. And Maverick was amazing. He hosted a great event. And so, yeah, it was just awesome to go be there. But it was, I think that must have been Wednesday, which was the busy day, because we had JD Vance came on at like, I had to be at the conference at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, us girls, we got to get up early, got to put the makeup and the hair. And and I had the orange dress. So that's the other thing. Okay, day one, there were like 7 women in orange dresses. And I thought, real freaking original, right? So I had to pull out my orange dress on day 2, but there was like hardly anybody there on the orange dress on day 2. So I was happy about that. But yeah, from the conference, like 7:30 in the morning to Mandalay Bay Foundation Room as the sun was setting. Like Creators on Chain was a really, really cool experience to go in the day on that. So I didn't get back to my room till like 11 o'clock that night. And so I was feeling pretty dead Thursday morning. My feet were definitely begging for mercy.
So you didn't continue the party, you didn't go to Kraken or any of those other events that were happening that
I didn't go
Wednesday
to
night?
any of the after hours. I did not. So you guys will laugh. So I ended up connecting with Russell. Do you guys know Russell
Of
that
course,
comes
we know
in
Rob.
or right. So Russell and I don't even know if he's been I haven't been in the morning talk radio show, but Russell and I hung out and he is so much fun. I had like just the best time sitting with Russell and having cocktails with him. Well, I didn't have cocktails because I'm mocktail, but oh my gosh, we just had so much fun talking about crypto, talking about G Media, talking about you, David.
Oh my
they
god.
they love you.
Only bad things, right? Only bad things.
No, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I don't know if that was Russell's first time coming to an event. I think it may have been. So and then I almost went and met up with them and Ron. So he was with Ron, but they were like at the Win. And I was finishing up at Mandalay Bay, and it was just too hard for me to get over to where they were. But Ron was the one I wanted to meet that I didn't get to meet this time. So I was a little bummed about that. But yeah, Tammy, Russell is the best. He's amazing in person. Like, and he adores David and G Media. So
Oh my
it was
god.
great to go hang out with people. And it was just a little bit of a different feel this time. Like you know how Kraken is. So Kraken's at Omnia nightclub, which is just this huge, massive nightclub, holds thousands of people. And I was actually staying at Caesar's Palace. So there was like no excuse. Right outside of my elevator was the entrance to Omnia. And I was like, at one point I thought, do I just like throw myself together and go down? And then I looked on my phone and it still looked kind of empty at like 11 o'clock. And I thought, I'm not doing a 2 a.m. in Omnia. I'm going to bed. So, but yeah, the one I wish I would have gone to was Tyson's Mansion. So, but I was sitting with Russell and his friend did not have like the approval to go. And so I ended up I was like, well, I have to get all the way over to Venetian to catch the bus over to there. But that was the one event everybody was like, wow, that was phenomenal. And they even like hired like a fake Mike Tyson lookalike. Did you guys see him with the tattoo on his face? He was
Yeah.
like posing with everyone. It was funny.
By the way,
So,
welcome to the nightly recap powered by GNN, the Gokhshtein News Network. We are joined by Julie Kennis. She has a show at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Crypto News on YouTube. If you don't tune in, then you got a small pee-pee. Julie Kennis is reporting about, she's recapping everything from Bitcoin 2025. Obviously, I asked the more serious questions. Leslie's here, throwing out some, I don't know, lame softball questions. I gotta get to the hard hitting stuff, Les. Like, did Charles ask you to sit on his lap? Like, I'm
Oh my goodness gracious. She did
oh
see
my gosh.
Charles. I want to know about the guys. Did they smell good? Did they shower this time? Did they use deodorant? Because we know how that goes.
So Charles always smells good. I don't know about the other ones,
Whoa.
but
Wait, how do you know? How do you know he smells good, Julie?
Good.
So yes, I did go to Charles. He had his little breakout session. He's my buddy. But I actually saw him the day before, in like just walking in the casino. I saw JJ. Oh my gosh, I probably shouldn't say all this, but I'll tell you guys. So I see JJ and I'm thinking, God, that guy really looks familiar. And I'm like just walking, looking at JJ, thinking, God, he looks familiar. And I can feel eyes like burning a hole in me. And I turn and look, and it's Charles. And Charles, as soon as he sees me, he looks away and does this like super autistic, like walking on his tippy toes. I was like, I got you. He's so cute. No, I love them. I love them. So, but then, yeah, the next day I got to go see him give his speech and everything Input Output is doing with their interoperability and being able to work with Bitcoin. It's really cool stuff. So yeah, I did a little live stream. I actually changed my format a little this time. And I took my tripod and just set up different little live stream scenarios around the convention. And it seems like my viewers really, really loved that because they got to kind of feel more like they were there. And so if you actually watch my live stream, you can see Charles's bodyguard is standing like there the whole time. Every time I'd come up behind him with my tripod and move my phone around, he's always like looking over his shoulder. But they keep an eye on him like a hawk because Charles is there, he's engaged in the conference and paying attention. And so yeah, he's definitely got his muscle there watching the door, watching his back. And it's just it's surreal to see it all in person. It really is
Everything.
Mm-hmm. It's the same one, Leslie, from that we've seen
the same
before.
one?
The cowboy, yeah, it's the same guy.
We like those bodyguards,
I
huh?
know,
They're super nice.
Yeah, so I feel so blessed, like being able to have the ability to get as close to Charles as I do with these things. Like, it's very rare, and I feel so honored to be able to do that. The freaking CEO of MetaPlanet, like I don't get nervous, and I was nervous, like. I was going to tell him it was an honor, and then I was like tripping over my words, and I'm like, I'm sounding like really dumb right now, but then I had already came up with a few questions in my head, so that came out well. But this time I did it. We usually do karate combat coupled with these events, and karate combat wasn't there, so my focus was solely on the conference and like the interactions I was having and who I was talking to. So as the event was approaching, I was looking at the emails coming through, like, do you want to interview this person, do you want to interview that person? So I was just responding back to all of them, like every single one that reached out I was responding to. And so I met this gentleman named Andrew Gordon. He's a tax attorney, CPA, and he is the founder of Main Street PAC. And so just talking with him and everything he has done in crypto, love talking to him about some of the different like nuances with taxing crypto and digital assets. So I had a really great conversation with him, and then also spoke with a gentleman from Voltage named Graham, who does like a fast transaction payment layer on Bitcoin. So it was fun to kind of like have that different, I was like the lone wolf, which I don't usually go lone wolf to conferences. But I had a plan, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So And yeah, Charles smells really good.
Only Charles, nobody else. It's funny how you say that you got nervous and you couldn't speak over your words because that's how I assume David gets when he goes and meets girls at the conferences, if he ever goes.
Jesus Christ. Okay, first of all, the question wasn't about me. Obviously, I'm not walking in smelling like a dirty onion. Okay, we are. Are you okay? I don't want you to choke there,
No,
Julie.
that was funny. I was
I've
just thinking if
smelled
you
you
came with
before,
your
David.
the suns out, guns out, like all the girls would be like, "Oh my god, David Gokhshtein." It'd be great.
See, I love that Julie Dennis can come on a show or on even on her platform and say, you know what? That man is smoking, bro. Like, and it doesn't have to be sexual. Okay. Leslie has a hard time admitting the fact.
Oh my god. It's like it's
Okay.
because you're like my little bro. Like you're so conceited and like you already tell yourself that stuff that you don't allow other people to compliment you because you're always complimenting yourself.
If
Therefore, like,
nobody compliments you, you better compliment yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back.
well, allow people to compliment you.
Anyway, listen, Julie,
Moving
if
on.
you come there next year, what do you think? Hey, Tammy, you sit down there, okay? You just watch the show. Okay, you watch the show. You
Let
don't
me
need
send Tammy the link too.
to play in a football game, okay?
Tammy, we need 3 girls against this guy. Let me send you the link real quick.
There you go.
Julie, what was the highlight though? Pick one thing. And I like what you said about like, okay, karate combat wasn't there, so I
Mhm,
can focus on Bitcoin 2025.
mhm.
What was like, if you can take away anything, what was the highlight for you? What was that aha moment for you too? Which was like, okay, holy shit, I just learned something.
So yes, for learning something, it 100% was in those one-on-one interactions that I made with the speakers because they were speakers on stage. So they obviously already had a lot of really good substance and things that they wanted to talk about, prepared things that they wanted to discuss. And so, like talking about the payment layers on Bitcoin and some of the tax stuff, that's stuff that I wouldn't have taken away, although they talked about some of that at the conference, but it was that one-on-one interaction that I was able to like actually talk to them and keep it kind of funneled down that direction of like what my train of thinking was rather than it just being like a broad overall topic. So I think for next time I'm going to focus and setting up more of those interviews. I think like once
Mhm.
the earlier you do it, the more likelihood you are to get in front of those people. And then the other thing I found was just kind of hanging in the press lounge and just kind of waiting. A lot of people that were coming off of the speaker stage, such as Mayor Eric Adams, he had just finished giving his speech. I came away from the JD Vance speech, was sitting there in the press lounge. I had some coffee, and then Eric Adams came through, and he must have had like 5 or 6 bodyguards with him, and it was like just an instant buzz around him. Like everybody wanted to get close, and so I think maybe for next time, I'll probably spend a little more time in the press lounge and planning stuff in those one-on-ones. Because usually I go for the speeches to try and take that in, but it was totally different this time by doing that one-on-one session. Like, because usually I usually just kind of go and if I see someone, I'll corner them, and that's not always as
Yeah.
effective. So carving out a half hour was totally the way to go.
I think next time, yeah, it's being a little bit more organized and getting more speakers. The only thing that I would wish is, you know how they give you access to the app days before?
Hmm.
I wish that they gave you access because I love that app and I love what they do with it. If they would give you access at least like a week or a month
Hmm.
prior to that way, you can also coordinate your meetings and your interviews through the app and then have everything like in one central location. So we're not having to go back and forth through emails, putting on a calendar, and then, make sure that you're not going to miss anything and, having that structure.
I agree. If there was an app where you could do the scheduling within it, that would be amazing. I did
You
find
know
I
who?
don't think I realized that there were these people actually like hire these services to schedule out their appointments.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until this time.
So I used Bitcoin's app last year, and
Mhm,
then I used Token 2049's because they
mhm,
also have an app when I went to Singapore. And actually, Token 2049 freaking genius. The way they
mhm,
have their app structured, everything in there. I think some companies can really
mhm,
notes from how they organize everything. And with Token 2049, you can actually organize all the speakers. You can
mhm.
make yourself available to speakers. And I had a lot of people reaching out to me through the app.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
and that was the Token 2049 app?
Yep.
I wonder if Bitcoin will get to where they have something similar. I did like the fact that it like developed that rapport because as it came time to
Mhm.
meet up with the person, we were emailing each other back and forth. A lot of times I was getting their phone number, and it's just that level of interaction where I'm not usually getting someone's email and phone number and already establishing that connection. So
Yeah.
it's like all of these people I've interviewed, it's like I've already got them set up. They're established as a contact in my phone. I'm like, I just really feel like that's the way to go for next time.
Mhm.
Now I'm like, when's the next conference? So, yeah. So
What
probably
is
Rare
the next
Repo. Rare
conference, by
Repo
the
will
way?
be my next one. Yeah.
What is the next one?
So NFT NYC, I think it starts on the 25th of this month, which I won't be going to that one.
June.
Um,
And then I think permissionless is right around the same time too, right?
oh,
Yeah.
is that in Toronto?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And then I am for sure gonna go to Rare Evo. I think that's like the second week of August. First or second week of August. Yeah.
And Charles always goes to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that one we might have to kind of aim to go to that one.
We have to. Yes.
Because Charles smells good.
Yeah.
Charles smells very good. So the only thing that didn't work out that I kind of had planned was riding in LimeWire's Cybertruck. I even went over to the booth and kind of harassed the people. I'm like, I reached out to you. I never heard back from you guys. And then they did get back to me, but then coordinating the exact time never worked out. So, but it was funny. It actually became a whole thing on my live streams to keep going back to the LimeWire booth and harassing them. It was fun. They actually had
Ju-
a live demonstration, a Rolls Royce that they were painting live every day of the conference. It was kind of cool.
Julie Kennis, all grown up. All grown up now.
I know I'm
This
not
is
a little
wild.
baby anymore.
It's wild to watch, man. Um,
Like a proud father
Ah.
or daddy.
you know,
Oh,
the
wait,
daddy part,
easy,
yeah,
easy,
you're
Leslie.
supposed to
No.
move that.
You
Oh
don't want to
my
make Charles jealous.
Right? Charles is gonna unfollow me right now. Oh,
oh my goodness. Not like that. I
uh,
forget who I'm dealing with. Wow.
I'm
On that
speechless.
note,
I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Anyway, thank you guys
I'm
for
jealous.
having me.
I'm
It was a
jealous. I
great
smell good
time.
too. I just want to let everybody know.
Julie, can't wait
I
to see
wouldn't
the
know,
interview.
David. Everyone's actually surprised. They're like, "You haven't met David yet?" I'm like, "No, I haven't met David."
All right, we need to do the official GNN pop up. Okay, invite
Mhm.
obviously the team and the most loyal fans of the GNN brand to go ahead and come together for one night. Obviously, roll out the red carpet for me and stuff like that. But for the peasants to come through and we can sit down, maybe we'll invite Charles to fly out and we can have
Oh
a
my
one-on-one
goodness.
conversation about Cardano Midnight and all that good stuff.
I think Charles would definitely, and so JJ, and so would JJ. Invite
JJ,
JJ.
JJ, 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 JJ. Sorry, I'm malfunctioning. Sorry.
It's okay.
But Julie, thank you so much for covering for me. And the guys said that you did really well. They enjoyed having you and we're thankful for you stepping in.
Oh yay. It was wonderful. I have not been on a speaker panel since last year, so I was a little nervous. And it was a decent sized room. So yeah, it was a great topic. So, it was easy to fill in. Although, everyone loves Leslie. Like everybody was just so sad you weren't there. except David.
Except David. Everybody likes me except David. David, see, now you see why I'm a hater too, Julie. It's not just me. He's also reciprocates the hate.
It's
He
all
Who
can't.
good.
likes Leslie? What the fuck? Who? How many people? Tell me, 3 people?
Leslie, if you were here though, everybody kept ending up at the strip club with 6, and I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
"Oh my god, no, no!" And some of my friends were telling me the next day, "Oh yeah, I was at the strip club." I'm like, "Oh my
That's
gosh,
what
I'm so happy
Leslie
I
was
didn't
talking
go
about.
out."
That. She's like, man, I wish I could have gone just for the strip club. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I don't
No,
know.
I would have probably been with Julie. I need to get my ass in bed early because we have a long day the next day.
Mhm. Mhm.
But
Yes.
appreciate you, Julie. And it's
Yeah, I
Julie
appreciate you.
4 p.m. By the way, boots on the ground at Bitcoin 2025. She was all over the place. Definitely appreciate that. You did kill it. I heard from a lot of people that they met you and you were very nice and polite. That's what they said. Very nice and polite, Julie. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Very nice and polite, Julie. Which
Oh, and sexy Julie, I heard some guys drooling over you and the chest area with
Oh,
some of your
yes.
dresses. So
My boobies
Julie,
were
on
hit.
your on your live and stuff, and they were
pimping
watching
Julie
it.
out to the entire audience. Here we go. Go ahead, Leslie.
Oh,
Go ahead.
now we're pimping out our
Julie.
staff.
Unbelievable. She had a point to the chest area.
But Julie, yes, some of the guys were going a little wild over Julie. Projects too that you went over their booths. They've been sending me DMs about you going over their lives, conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So
Oh my gosh, they spammed my comments and they said, "Come find us. We're at B18." And I'm like, all I've seen is like 2,000, 3,000. So we were on a mission that live stream. Finally found B18 and received the most epic lore about the start of Bitcoin being from this video game in 1991. And
isn't
so
that wild?
oh my gosh, I
Isn't
loved
it
it. It was
crazy?
fantastic. I loved every minute of it.
I actually went down a rabbit hole and it led me to further down. This is how bad it got because when I found out about this project and when it originated, how the conspiracy, I actually went further down the line to the point where it's like, now NSA is part of it and they released a mint paper back in 1996, 97. It was leaked. Whole bunch of stuff, Julie. But yes, one day you have to tune in to talk about all that craziness. And apparently there's still more.
There's more. I know. That was only the surface. That was only the surface.
Oh,
So
you're getting
yeah.
bored, David?
No, it's just not with Julie. You.
You're such a hater.
You
Look,
look good. David, you look good in white though. That's
their time.
it's doing good
What
for your
happened?
tan. Your white shirt looks good it looks good with the tan.
Thank you. It's a Hugo Boss shirt, and a lot of people
You don't
here.
have to say the brand. Who cares?
More
You
than
just say
alive.
thank you.
Yes. What? Oh,
I said, who cares about the brand? You don't have to say the brand. Just say thank you and accept it.
because during the little segments here, we have commercials, and this segment is actually,
Brought to you.
ladies and gentlemen, this segment right now is sponsored by
Oh god.
Ray-Ban.
Oh,
There you
hell.
go.
If you're going out to the beach this summer and you don't have glasses, get yourself some Ray-Bans. That's right. You're ugly as hell, but you can hide behind these glasses and you can look somewhat decent. Get yourself some Ray-Bans at your local shopping mall. Thank you so much. Back to the news, ladies and gentlemen. Julie Kennis is back from Las Vegas. Heard that she was at a bunch of strip parties. That's none of my business. That's her business. But at the end of the day, she made it back safe. Okay. She's back safe and she will be back. Okay. Back on YouTube reporting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Crypto news. Crypto news. And it's a fun show. I like that Julie makes it fun. And she breaks stuff down and she brings guests on. Julie, you're amazing.
Thank you, David.
You're freaking a rock star, Julie.
Dang. Got that after the sunglasses, all that Riz. Dang.
Oh my goodness gracious, what the hell is happening right now? Help. Tammy,
Oh.
help.
Even Leslie's thirsty.
Great. All right. Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate
Julie,
you.
we
Thank you,
love you
Julie.
so
Appreciate
much.
you.
Thank you for everything that you did.
Okay.
Bye.
That was Julie Canis, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in to our one of our, homegrown media personalities that is again on at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube with crypto news, breaking down all the stuff in crypto. She does an amazing job. Superstar. There you go. Superstar.
Superstar. Julie truly is the best. I mean, from day one to where she is right now. And she is up for the challenge. Just like when I asked her to cover for me, she was up for the challenge. She took it like a champ and executed very well.
I don't know
She,
about the took it like a champ thing.
oh
Like,
my goodness gracious. Like,
what is up with you tonight?
after I said-
Liz, are you okay? You need some. Need to drink that water again, or
bro,
yeah, bruh.
you know what? It's because I had chocolate in the morning.
I'm sure you had chocolate. Anyway, tariff
Maybe
clock
those
is
are the way.
ticking. The Trump administration has paused tariffs on selective Chinese goods until August 31st, but is pressuring countries to submit final trade deal offers by Wednesday or risk seeking tariffs return. What do we think about this? Pause with China until August 31st. Markets reacting well. But again, it's just like the market is waiting for. I don't think the market really gives a shit about any other country except China. And I think people just want this deal to come together already, so we can see the markets go parabolic. What's your take here, Leslie?
I don't have a take, but what I can tell you is Xi and Trump will have phone sex soon. Chinese President Xi Jinping is set to hold a phone call with US President Trump this week to discuss trade. Again, like, can we just get over this? It's like, one of those bad relationships that you get into and your friends are telling you that guy's no good for you. And then you still are like gun hold. Like, no,
Yeah, but
he
you
is.
bitches are haters, right? So you got bitches telling you like he's bad for you, but they want to take him off. Like, so you dump him and then like he's available and
No,
then
they dump him because he's a narcissistic, crazy
nah,
ass
nah, nah.
lunatic that nobody wants.
These bitches ain't loyal. So what happens is your friends.
These hoes ain't loyal. These men ain't loyal. They
Nah,
like to stick
nah.
their
Hold
little
on,
wiener in
hold on.
every hole that they see everywhere.
Nah. You ain't gonna go ahead and throw that shit around with you. Listen, your friends, they're like, yo, he's bad for you. He's bad for you. Meanwhile, this
He
is a
is
thirsty
bad.
ass.
He's over there talking to your friend behind your back, trying to get with your friend,
Nah,
trying to poke that hole. Or he's over there talking to somebody else at the club or taking somebody else to the restaurant, doing things for other women, etc., exposing themselves. That man ain't good for you, girl. Let him go.
I think that your thirsty ass
Oh,
thought.
since when do you think?
Whoa, really?
See, even the dogs agree with me.
The dogs actually agree with me. That's why they gave a woof woof onto my side here. By the way, guys,
They're
ladies
like,
and
woof, woof, we're rooting for Leslie.
hey, I'm talking. Okay, when I'm on the microphone, okay, you sit back like Tammy over here, and you know your role. Okay, I'm out here.
Since when do you sit on a microphone?
Anyway, whoa, I caught myself there too. Welcome to the nightly recap powered by GNN.
Are you twisted now? Stuttering?
I am stuttering because I am in the presence of greatness, and that is me.
Thank you very much.
That is me. Okay, I'm watching myself. This is greatness here, and then we have Leslie here. So,
I'm going to show everybody the meme of you biohacking and disappearing.
anyway, Russia's bullish on Bitcoin. Russia's largest bank has launched structured bonds tied to Bitcoin. Yeah, there we go. Leslie's thirsty as hell. Leslie can't stop staring at my chest. Go ahead, Leslie. Back to you.
Why am I going to stare at baby chest?
Why are you texting me that? I'm just reading out
Whispers of peace in Istanbul. It reminds me of
It's
Hotep.
that bull? Did you just say it's that bull?
No, I said Istanbul because last
Instant.
time I said yeah,
Why are you
in
frozen again?
Istanbul,
Are you stealing your
like in
neighbor's
Spanish.
Wi-Fi again?
Am I frozen again?
Oh, you're back.
The latest round of Russia Ukraine peace talks in Istanbul has concluded, with both sides exploring potential paths to peace despite ongoing tensions.
The latest news here also crude awakening. US crude jumps 5%, marking its biggest intertrade gain since April. Yes, people are excited.
Are
People
they
have
really?
absolutely no clue and don't give a fuck about this particular news. Back to you, Les. What are you doing?
Iran is Iran is playing hard to get, just like David. Iran is reportedly drafting a negative response to the US nuclear deal proposal, with an Iranian diplomat saying the offer doesn't even provide a starting point for negotiations.
Drop the nuke on Iran. How about that?
Is that what they tell you?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Because nobody does. I'm fun. I am funny today.
You are funny. JP Morgan, you know what's funnier? JP Morgan issues a quiet warning. JP Morgan CEO says markets have begun feeling complacent. Okay? JP Morgan CEO has said that the markets are now becoming complacent.
STFU. Now, all of a sudden, you guys want to come in here and say things about the market. Just STFU, everybody. ETH and SOL face the SEC gauntlet. The SEC is reviewing proposed ETH and SOL ETFs, raising concerns about staking and whether they qualify as investment companies under US law. I
Nice.
mean, we already know that you're kind of clowny. You don't have to make faces and hand gestures.
I
We
can make
know that you use your wrist, so
I can make some hand gestures.
I know you can.
Cool.
You don't have to
As long
prove
as
it
you
to
know.
nobody.
As long as you know. By the way, shout out to Landy. Landy went ahead and filled in for me today on Crypto Talk Radio. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Will you?
What? You just need a broom. MicroStrategies, still hungry for more. MicroStrategies acquired
Just like your ass.
705 Bitcoin between May 26th and June 1st, totaling $75.1 million at its average price of 106,495. Yo,
David, you sound like Elmo. He does.
and ladies and gentlemen, that can shout out to Michael Saylor, of course. This dude and his flywheel. This dude has massive conviction, obviously, in Bitcoin. The man is looking to own like 10% of the Bitcoin supply. But again, I just wanted to give a quick shout out. I definitely appreciate it. I was super busy doing a lot of cool stuff for. Listen, we're doing a lot of cool stuff for GNN. So I do appreciate Landy filling in. I heard everybody had a good time. They were talking about Bitcoin and charts. I would have probably fell asleep drooling on myself and would have woke up somewhere in my 8 to 9 dream. I love you, Landy. I'm just saying. But by the way, also tune into Landy's TA. It just came out. I'll retweet it. Landy breaks down the markets Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's right. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Again, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Crypto Talk Radio. 1 p.m., the breakdown, where I break down crypto and politics and all the other shit that's running through the news pipeline. We got 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. Excuse me. Ooh, I went ahead of myself. 2 p.m., you got the Griff Report, okay? And that is with Hotep Jesus on Kick. You tune in, you take your Apex, which you can get from menoforder.com, okay? And you get swag and you get some high tea in you to where you can become an eligible bachelor for Leslie. Also, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Julie Kennis with Crypto News. That's right, on YouTube. Tune into her. Give her a follow. Look at her. She was a sweetheart today, man. She gave me a compliment. She said, God damn, you look so sexy. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the nightly recap when we break down all the news from the day. We break it down and we give our own takes on it, and we add a little ingredient of humor. I know a lot of you guys don't laugh, but we bring you laughter. And with that,
Or I bring you laughter. I don't know about you.
I bring people laughter. Okay.
I mean, anybody that will look at you, yeah, I guess.
Okay, if I put my balls, okay, if I made an animated picture of my balls and said good morning, what do you think the reactions would be there, Leslie?
Ew, gross.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Nobody wants to look at your ugly ass nutty balls.
Okay. You think so?
Nobody wants to look at them.
Everybody got a fetish.
Maybe some men.
And maybe some women.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think women out there want to look at men's balls.
Tammy's I don't want to get punched in my face. Anyway,
do you ever think that the back of your balls gets jealous of the front of your balls?
I don't know. I haven't asked.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Anyway, happy to be back. This is crazy. We actually did a show. Where Leslie Mota allowed me to speak.
I always allow you to speak. Why are you groping yourself?
You're always combative. Okay, you're always combative. But now you're like a sweetheart here. You're like, you look at you, you're smiling. Look at you. Look, you can't look. Listen to me. You can't hide it. I see it. There's a twinkle in your eyes. I've seen this before. Okay.
We all know why I have a twinkle in my eye.
You got a twinkle in your eye. I get it.
I'm free, mother effers. I'm free like a bird. I can fly.
Yeah. I see that little twinkle. She's winking. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Hotep. You better get on your game. You better overdose on that Apex. On that note, I don't know who's back tomorrow. We're gonna figure it out, but one of us is, and we will be breaking down the news, of course. And make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you follow the main account. You follow the Gokhshtein News Network account. Follow all the people.
Yep.
Follow Leslie if you want to see some cleavage. Follow Julie. And why did you go for Julie's area in a conversation? I'm just wondering.
Don't worry about it. That's already in the past. We don't have to revive that. But anywho, guys, tune in on Friday if you guys want to see some chocolate and caramel together.
Wow. Well, she's referring to me, and I'm just not going to be available, so I guess we can
No, that's not you. You're not chocolate at all, or caramel. You're probably like a vanilla wafer.
I am 9% East
You're
African.
white chocolate.
Do not disrespect me.
It doesn't matter what you are. At the end of the day, you're white chocolate. I am caramel. Hotep is chocolate. You are white chocolate.
I am not white.
Maybe with some Captain Crunch.
I am darker.
I'm not saying you're white. I'm just saying you're white chocolate. Like your neck is white as hell.
That is bullshit.
Yeah. You want me to post a screenshot?
What?
You want me to post a screenshot?
You took you were taking bad pictures of people. That's what you like doing. Anyway, I'm David Gokhshtein.
We'll show people how white your freaking neck is.
I'm the CEO of GNN, and
are you?
I think at this point I'm the janitor. I don't know. I plant fucking flowers and gardens. I don't know. And that is.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to see Leslie Mota. Have a great evening. I may or may not be the COO of Gokhshtein Media. We know that you don't want no whitey. You just want caramel and hot chocolate. So, David, Thank you for joining me tonight.
Jesus Christ. Bye, guys.